Okay, are we on?
I think so.
I hope so.
Roy Hat's here. Hi, Roy Hat.
Hi, Roya.
You may notice that we are missing...
Oh, no, we're not.
No, well, technically not. Dave's in the house. Hello, Dave. Evening all. Hope your dangly bits are being kept nice and warm. They are now. They're not during the week when I'm in that blinking workshop.
I don't know. It's sort of the heating went out here as well.
Yeah, but up there it's minus gibber.
True.
And you're fighting the penguins and polar bears. Hope you've all had a good week. We've had a busy week.
We've had a very busy week. Unfortunately, a certain Sabar has been off this week because she's been ill.
Yeah, she's got a bit of tonsillitis. So she's getting a bit of relaxing time. Because she did so well last week, I think she burnt out. That's what it is. And she'll watch this later and then I'll be trouble. Which is part of the course for me.
Why would you be in trouble?
I'm always in trouble.
Couldn't possibly be the fact that you've decided that Banana's standing in for her this week.
She is. Not saying anything about the top lip hair.
Or the Disney ears.
Or the Disney ears. She has got Disney ears, hasn't she? At the top of that little banana. That's really nice. Right, I'm going to refresh our chat because it's all gone really quiet. You lot are quiet tonight. Yeah. Which is probably a good thing because normally they're right.
Well, not really a good thing because we don't really have anything to talk about this week.
Again, we've had no question. We've had a few questions, but not lots and lots. Tried to sign into your Ko-fi, but I changed my password, and by the time I did that, your stream had finished. Makes you wonder why we bother, doesn't it? No, you should be able to play catch up on YouTube and watch it on there.
Well,
so that's
I think that's how Dave normally does it. But
well, yeah, that's what everyone does it. I don't think we've done one of the Ko-fi streams
maybe next week
live. Dave. I'm a bit warm in this. I'm going to do some stripping.
I think the heating's actually fixed.
I think it's fixed, which is good. We like that. Yeah, we're going to get struck off YouTube now.
Boiler went down here as well this week.
Yep.
So it's been pretty cold in here.
Layering up. Or unlayering up. So what have we been doing this week? Well, she's come back from her dad's and just managed to get home before the snow dropped.
No, I got home just after the snow had dropped.
Yeah. It's your fault then. So, I blame you.
I was actually pretty lucky to get home.
And Dave has seen the Ko-fi video. That's good. Somebody's seen it. Happy with that. This week we've been busy. We're still making up these wholesale orders. We weren't going to mention the fact that she's frozen on the loo, Royat, but now you mention it, she has been gone a while. It's either frozen or she sat on that super glue again.
No, she's
she's not very well at the moment, so she'll be back next week, hopefully.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. I mean, there's only two to stare at. I prefer it when there's four to stare at. But that's me. So this week, what's happening this week?
Wholesale orders.
Wholesale orders are almost ready to fly out the door. We're just about there. We're doing 3 at the same time, which is like...
we've been manically printing, smoothing and making.
Yeah, we've been cleared out of E-stim systems kit and Electrostim stuff because you lot have been ordering too much stuff. We have got resupply orders in. The Electrostim stuff is arriving on Monday. Hopefully the E-stim systems will be next week as well. So the stock levels will go back up again and you'll be able to get what you need. It's been busy, which is very strange for January.
And our stock levels for our stuff will be going back up
again.
Now
that we're just about sorted with the wholesale orders, we can start throwing our stuff back on the shelf again. The problem with the wholesale is they don't just order one of something, they'll order 10 or 15 in each colour. So that creates a mountain of production work. And one of the things with 3D printing is it's so slow, isn't it?
Yeah.
Slower than me getting out of bed in the morning.
While we try and maintain stock for us and doing their orders.
It's difficult.
It's difficult
when the orders keep coming in. So that's...
When the orders keep coming in and we're down a hand.
Yeah. Well, there's only 2 of us in the workshop. Because the toshed one on the end is at home. Not good.
Yeah, I saw the toshed one from last week as well.
It's Kren, and he's watching on a mobile. You posh bugger, you. You've got a mobile and everything. Yeah, I've got a mobile as well. It's not very mobile most of the time. It just sits next to me.
No,
but welcome.
He loses it most of the time.
And Karen, that's going up. That's it. We're going to start a little fight. There's going to be... So what else has arrived this week?
Metalwork.
There you go. We've received the next batch 6 of our stainless steel electrodes. So
The saddles.
the saddle,
the
XL
helmet.
saddle, the helmet, the jet set
And-
willies are all back on the shelf again.
Yeah.
Which is good. Bloody iPad. I have the same problem with mine. It's like, the great when it's working.
Autocorrect.
Yeah. Are you sure it was autocorrect though?
Yes, it was autocorrect.
Was it now?
Yeah, behave yourself.
Yeah. I'm in trouble. Hope you're giving Sabar plenty of ice cream for her throat. Oh, ice cream. Oh, I thought that was special creamy mouth gargle. Yes, we're looking after her. And she just needs lots of TLC because she's lovely, isn't she?
Yes, she is.
And we're missing her. And Kren has been at Mistress Raven's all day taking pictures, including some testing the bipolar nipple clamps. Product plug. Get it in there. We like that.
Yeah,
is that the V2 ones or the original ones? Let us know in the comments down below. See that? That was a YouTube thing.
Not too far down below.
Not too far down below. Yeah, we've got quite a few little nipple clamp designs now, which are good. The V2 ones I like because of them little pegs. I'm not calling them spikes.
No.
Teeth. We'll call them teeth.
Grippers.
Grippers. Yeah. They help things stay on the smaller nipples. The V1s. Yeah, I think Kren got a set of each colour, if I remember.
On the V1s, yeah.
Yeah. So they're good. The V1s are great, but the V2s with those little teethy pegs just help hold things in place, especially when you've got electrogel there, because things get a bit slippery,
Yeah.
don't they?
You say it's small nipples, but also larger.
Also, any size. We're an equal opportunity nipple.
And they're also easier to use because you've only got the one bit.
Yeah, with the original ones have a nut and bolt system and a little knurled nut carrier, so it can be a little bit tricky to fit. The V2, the bolt is captive, so you're only doing one nut
You only
carrier
have the
up.
one bit.
So it's a lot easier to do, especially with one hand you can clamp and tighten. Yeah, Kren got one of each colour. Nice.
Plus, we do these in pink.
Yeah, we've got them in pink now, and they're selling quite well. They're proving to be quite popular.
I need to make some more.
So seeing as Sabar isn't here, who's going to be responsible for pressing that button over there?
I think her duck is going to be responsible.
The duck.
The duck.
Go on, show off the duck. That is one kinky duck.
That is Sabar duck.
That is Sabar duck, isn't it? Yeah. So go on then, do the thing, and we'll see if it's going to work, because it normally doesn't work. But then again, we don't normally have a duck doing it. Do it.
Whoop whoop.
You're hired. The duck is going to be a permanent fixture, I think. Sabar's going to have to use the duck to operate the button from now on, because Ducky knows what she's doing.
Sabar duck works well.
So that is our 5% discount code, which is just for you guys and girls. And this week it's WhoopSat 11. Yeah, I get gigs on. WhoopSat 11 because it's Saturday 11th today. And whoop, well, that's a Sabar thing. Yeah. I actually get told off if I say whoop whoop in the office, because
That's
I get
a Sabar
told
thing.
that's mine.
That's hers.
I suppose so. I'll just go with Trump Trump. In fact, I've got that.
No.
I've got the sound effect of that in there. So yeah, use that or lose it. That's going to be valid for 48 hours on E-stim Emporium, Sex Machine Reviews, and our eBay store. Yeah, we don't talk about the eBay store. Which, no, the eBay store's handy if you're in Europe. Not so handy if you're us, but there you go.
Yeah, well.
So go on, get it down. You don't want to spoil everyone. They need to take notes. You've got to keep them interested and on the edge of the seats and
Ducky
stuff.
wanted to give them a chance to write it down.
It's fair enough. Yours is no spikes. I don't have spikes. Don't have spikes. I don't mind the little teeth, because they're like blunt spikes. But I don't do the spike thing. Not for me.
No.
Lots of people do.
No, I mean, the original design that did have spikes, we decided that it was just too sharp.
I'm going to press a button for a different camera angle.
Uh-oh.
Well, that's blown that, hasn't it? Didn't do that. Didn't want that one. I wanted that camera. Oh, look, that's the boob cam. We don't like that? I like that. And you can see Banani. See Banani properly. That's it. That's me. I pressed the button. Over to you. Carry on. Let me know when it's finished. Is it finished?
Yeah,
No?
we decided not to go for the sharp
No,
spikes because they were just too.
The original one she came up
intense.
with, you know what she's like? They were spikes, but they were a little bit...
They were too intense, but the flat
and that's
teeth,
coming from her.
The flat teeth work really well on no matter what size your nipple is.
No.
Because they do grip onto the skin beautifully.
Saying nothing. But yes, they do. So, is that a question I spy in the question bowl? It's more than one. You said we didn't have many.
Oh, we don't have many.
Okay,
We
there's
have a few.
Three. So we're gonna move on to the question session.
It's just not the same without.
Look, got a stinger thing. That's good. See, that's why you've got me here, to do all the fancy stuff like that. Right, what's that? No.
No, okay. Ash, are you bringing out any new electrodes?
Yes, but I'm not allowed to talk about it on pain of death,
On pain of tickles by lots
which
of.
is worse than death. We've got a couple of things in the pipeline,
Yep.
but I've been told I'm not allowed to talk about them.
Nope.
I can say that, can't I?
They should be really good.
Well, someone's been doing some product testing,
until
and they're good.
Until it's all complete and ready to launch, we are not doing that anymore.
No, but when it is complete and ready to launch, we'll let the Kofi crew know first. Mm-hmm. Dave?
Well, we've already given them a bit of a heads
Well,
up.
they've had a heads up on one of them, not the other things that we're working on.
No.
So, yes, we are working on new stuff, but we've been told to shut up.
He's been told to shut up.
Which is difficult.
Because we've done it in the past where somebody's
gobbed it a bit.
Gobbed it a bit and it's not been ready, and people have asked and we're like, oh,
Yeah,
it didn't quite work. So we decided to behave.
See what happens when she's back? She gets all dominant and stuff.
Like you don't like it.
I'm saying nothing. Right, what's next then? Whoop, whoop. That was over there in the cheap seats.
Yeah, Josh, I read online that Electrogel is a gimmick and I could just use water-based lube. Is this true? Yes, it is true to an extent.
Oh, I've just got to put that up. Gaffer tape will keep him quiet.
It
Fun
would.
to take off with all this fuzz as well.
I was just about to say, sort of, it's one way to remove your beard,
Yeah,
though.
Dave, no suggestions like that, because she's logged that now. That's in her head. In fact, she has got some gaffer tape in here as well.
I have.
So, changing the subject from gaffer tape.
You could always just use a ball gag.
What was that?
Or a dick gag.
What was that question? I got Dave sidetracked me again. Mm-hmm. You did. I'm trying to change the subject because we don't like spikes or gaffer tape.
I said even better, see? Ball gag.
Dave. He's getting me in trouble. Come on, what's the question?
Can I just use water-based lube instead of Electrogel?
Yeah,
because
you can.
Electrogel is just a gimmick.
It's not a gimmick.
No, it's not. It is specially designed to help with the... Go on.
Technical stuff. Right. Electrogel is water-based gel, but it has added salts. Now, the salts help ions travel, so it makes it more conductive, basically. So I use it. We use it. It is good stuff. However, that said, if you're using insertable electrodes, you can get away with just water-based lube because those areas are quite moist anyway. And there's generally there's a large surface area anyway. But if you're using things like conductive rubber or metal loops, it is always best to use water-based lube.
Yeah.
It helps form a really good contact between the electrode and the skin surface to prevent hot spots and prickly feelings and all the rest of it.
Which you definitely don't want. Hi,
Archaic Revival, hi, welcome. There's only two of us. You may have noticed that Sabah is not looking herself today. Hopefully she's back next week. Nice to have you in the channel.
Yeah.
So we're just answering questions at the moment.
Yeah, mainly because we don't really have anything else to talk about this week.
Well, no, our stuff hasn't arrived yet.
Yeah, and we're that busy.
It's been good. Right, here we go.
Through the tongue.
You could redesign the nipple clamps a bit to fit in the mouth and tingle through the tongue. It might not keep it quiet, but it'd be funny. No! Stop it, Kren. You get as bad as Dave. We could do that, but generally the rule is electrics stay below the waist, and I certainly wouldn't be
I
using
was just about to
E-stim.
say, sort of, I
Anywhere
think the
around
nipple
here.
is as high as would go.
Violet 1 play, you can use the tongue, you can use the ears, the nose, and all the rest of it. If you're using a Violet 1, you can use it anywhere, but don't use the eyelids, and that's simply because the UV light that the art creates.
But saying that, if you stuck your tongue out,
You can't do that on YouTube.
we could get this clamped onto your tongue.
I can't believe you're doing this. And you...
Don't have to stick it, actually plug
Kren,
it in.
you have a lot to answer for. I've got to put this on my...
But there's no spikes.
Is this on?
No, it's not spikes.
I can't it. No, it's not funny. It's not funny. It's not.
Who thinks this is funny?
No, it's not funny.
Mouth chastity belt.
That's not funny.
Don't think it is.
It's them two. Troublemakers.
And Kren.
And Royat as well. Kren, Dave, Royat, we're going to have words. That's not funny. Yeah. It works though. Them little teeth are quite teethy. That's the most teeth I've been in this mouth for a long time, to be honest.
Oh, Kren's saying grippers are fine, right?
Yeah. Right, enough of that. Did we answer that question?
No, we only got part way through.
Electrogel is not a gimmick. No. It does serve a purpose. However, you don't need it all the time.
No.
If you're doing surface play, it's a little bit better than water-based lube because it conducts electricity a bit better. If you haven't got it, use water-based lube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
Water-based lube can be used. Electrogel is a little bit better. That's all I'm going to say on that. And make sure you're using one that is formulated for internal use.
E-stim
Like the E-stim
system.
system stuff that you
They
can't see
can't
because it's
see
beyond
'cause
your
my-
head. The E-stim system's electrogel is formulated for internal use. Other brands are for external use only.
Yeah.
So just bear that in mind. It's all
It's
to
a
do with the
strawberry
composition.
flavour electric gel now.
Although knowing this channel, it'll be a banana flavoured electric gel because we have got a thing for bananas, haven't we?
What makes you say that?
That and the fact that Sabar's been substituted for a banana.
And don't forget the light up banana on the
And the
wall.
light up banana on the wall. Yeah, we have got a thing about bananas. So I think that answers that.
Yeah.
I think. What we got next? If you've got any questions while we're doing this, by the way, fire them in the chat and
Please.
we'll answer them. If it's a really difficult one, she can answer it. But if it's a really easy one, I'm here. I'm all yours. We got no.
And on, do you ship discreetly?
No. Big transparent envelopes. All right. Yes, we do. Yeah, we ship very discreetly. We use a combination of plain white cardboard boxes, brown cardboard boxes, and those padded jiffy bags.
Envelopes.
Envelopes, yeah. There's no mention on the outside of E-stim Emporium and all that sort of stuff. It's got a personal address, so that's for the return address. However, if we're shipping internationally, by law, we have to put a customs declaration form on the outside.
Yeah.
That contains information for customs, product price, weight, quantity, and what it is, and a harmonised tariff code.
But it does not say butt plug.
No, it will say a bipolar electrode. Yeah, if it's a control box, it will be a digital signal generator because that's what it is.
Yeah.
So the descriptions we use are discreet, but it is what it is. We have to, when shipping internationally, put a CN23 customs label on the outside. Other than that, dead discreet.
And Kren's adding something to the chat.
Strawberry gel with red clams, banana with yellow. Obviously, yeah. You've got to colour coordinate. We need brown. We get some chocolate flavoured gel as well.
What would we do with black?
That'd be bad, wouldn't it? But dark chocolate.
Oh, yeah, you hate dark
I
chocolate.
do hate dark chocolate. It's not good. Next.
It's lovely.
Next. Get your hand in the bowl. Look at them stickers.
Talk about chocolate.
Sabar's been busy
That's
with
the
the
type
stick.
of question I like.
There better be two in there. There's not, is there?
You hate Bounty.
Yeah, I know, but there might be something nice, like a Mars bar. I received the 5% off E-stim product with the email today. Do you expect the triples will be restocked soon? The order's in. We're waiting on them arriving from E-stim Systems.
Yeah.
Okay. If the discount code you received by email is for the whole month, so don't worry about that. The discount code that comes up on the screen is valid for 48 days, so they're two separate
48
things.
hours.
48 hours, not days. That's a close one. So yeah, the order's in. We're just waiting on the delivery from eSIM Systems. Hopefully next week. Early next week would be nice.
Yeah.
But it all depends on when they can get them out the door.
Well, that's it, because they're having the same issues that we're having with stock.
Yeah.
Getting it all made up. Yes, I know.
Black currant. I didn't think of that. That was good. Very good. You, sir, are a genius.
He's not this side of the camera.
No. This is quite difficult, isn't it? That's upside down. I got you.
No, it's not.
And we got a thumbs up from Archaic Revival. Any problems like that, just get in touch with us by email.
Yeah, and we'll get back
we
to
don't
you.
bite. We can be, if you ask nicely, we can nibble, but we don't bite, do we?
No.
No.
Prefer not to. Oh, licorice.
Licorice.
Definitely not.
No, I don't know. Licorice also is quite nice. Blackjack.
Licorice all sorts are quite nice. Yeah, unless you mistake the dog treats.
She got some dog treats in that looked like brown licorice all sorts, and I just saw a jar on the shelf of licorice all sorts, so I grabbed a handful, shoved them in my mouth, and we're like, these are beefy. And it was dog treats. It was absolutely gipping. The dog wasn't impressed either.
It was the next day when he said to me, those licorice treats are horrible.
They don't taste very
And
nice.
I looked at him and was like, what licorice treats? And he went, the ones in the jar. And I went, they're dog treats.
Yeah, didn't tell me. Yeah, didn't get that email, did I?
You didn't ask.
No. Right, next. What we got?
And on, will you be having any sales in the new year?
Well, it is the new year, and we sent out a 5% discount code for people that are subscribed to our newsletter, and we do a 5% discount code. Get the duck. Do the duck thing. But we're not going to announce if we're doing any sales because...
Whoop, whoop. No,
Then-
it didn't work.
Oh, Ducky, you let me down. She's doing it
Whoop,
again.
whoop.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Second time lucky. So if you use that discount code, you'll get 5% off. Got discount codes all over the place.
Dave's helping.
Libel, you had a shiny coat afterwards. Mm-hmm. Yes, I did. Yeah.
Yes, his
Very
hair,
smooth hair.
his hair was very shiny.
Yeah. Not very often that happens.
No, no.
I'm not using the plot here. We answered that, have we?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that was about the sales and discounts.
Oh.
Okay. Sandra, can I use my Mona electrode with a control box from another company?
Did you say Sandra?
I said Sandra.
Can I use my Mona with a control box from a different company?
Yeah,
Yeah.
can.
You can basically use any electrode with any control box as long as,
You've got the
right
right, cable
cable.
and connectors.
yeah, or an adapter. Some control boxes use 3.5 mil, so you're looking at 312, all the E-stim Systems boxes. Some use 10's 2.35 mil connectors. That will be the Electrostim range. Some use 2.5 mil. That will be the Coyote and Chinese boxes. So you've got to make sure you've got the right cable. And if you've got the wrong cable, you can get an adapter to go on the end of it.
Sorry, Roy, how I just...
Shows on the dentist sticks. Yeah, the problem with the dentist sticks is she puts them in the freezer before she gives them to me, and this is what happens.
gave you a nice shiny beard.
Yeah, and took all my teeth out.
Yes, we answered that one.
My brain is fried with this sinus thing.
Yeah, he's
Brain
still,
fuzz.
he's still got it. He's been ill all week.
Yeah, brain. Oh, week before,
Grumpier than normal.
and that takes some doing.
That really does take some doing.
I've done myself this week. Right, I'm going to pay attention to this one. Dave normally distracts me.
Oh, I think Roy has been
Yeah,
doing.
and Kren. It's the usual suspects.
And on, have you reviewed the Kink control box? I'm thinking of getting one. Well, somebody did ask me about getting one to review, and I said no.
I'm gonna do a Stampy Pants run.
Go on.
Doing a Stampy Pants run. It's out. Generally, it's been well received, but it has had some problems. Now, to their credit, Kink are responding very quickly for people that want a refund or people that are submitting faults and problems that they're finding within the firmware. The control box is still stuck in customs. A production unit is on its way to the firmware developers that I think are in Czechoslovakia. Once they get that, they'll be able to ensure that the connector app works. So the people that have got boxes now will be able to update the firmware to get rid of some of the little niggly faults that have occurred so far. But there are some problems coming up. Hopefully they're all firmware related though, which means over time, when they get that system sorted out, they'll be able to mitigate all those problems and then move on and have a decent box. Power wise, apparently it's fantastic. It's really nice. Feeling wise, it's a 312, but it's 4 channels. But some people have had problems with the units that they've been sent. Now, whether that's a production issue or a firmware issue, I don't know.
No.
Best place to go for information is the Kink Discord or the Reddit E-stim communities. There's a lot of information, a lot of chatter going on about it. But as I said, to their credit, Kink are responding well to feedback, good and bad. And there has been good feedback, but there's also been people that have had problems as well.
Well, that's it. But sort of, I said no for now. So later on, give them a chance to get things sorted. Then
okay, Revival. I put my pre-order on hold for the time being. I presume that's the Kink box he's talking about.
Yeah,
that's the way I would do it.
Yeah, that's why I said to him no for now.
Yeah, I think when they get a proper developer that goes through the firmware and they bring out the next version of the firmware, I think you're going to see a nice product. But at the moment, there are some teething problems, as you tend to find with lots of new things that get brought out. The problem with that particular box is it's been rushed out the door when it arrived from the factory. Simply because it's been a slog for them to get it out and get it sorted.
That's it, and they just wanted to get it to people.
They just wanted to satisfy people, and kudos for that. They wanted to try and keep the customers happy that have invested money 3 years ago. So they fired these boxes out, and now they're starting to find problems that if they delayed another couple of months, they may have identified in-house.
Yeah.
But that's by the by, it's done now. I said some people absolutely love it. Some people hate it. But those that hate it for X, Y, and Z reasons, a lot of those reasons will get sorted with a firmware update. So I've got quite hopes that they will be able to sort it out, but I don't know what the time frame is going to be on that.
Yeah, hopefully in the near future.
In the near future, yeah. But when it gets sorted out, we might get one in and play around with it. But I think it's a bit too early for us to think about getting one in to play with. I did want to get one.
He did want to get one, but as I said, sort of
curiosity.
I just figured
basically
there's no point in getting one now when they've got all the issues, because you just have a long stampy pant rant about it.
I do like my long stampy pant rants.
I know you do like your.
Or maybe a little stinger and everything.
I know.
It's good.
I know you love your stampy pant rants.
Can I say a big thank you to Joanne for helping me out with my request? Oh, I know what that one is.
Yeah, so do I.
Yeah.
Absolutely no problem at all.
No, she's already done the design. She just needs to confirm the measurements you're after, and then we can get that sorted out for you. In true Joanne style. Bless. See, it all happens when she's back. You know, when she goes away to her dad's, feet up. Chill out.
Hey, you went away for the weekend.
Now she's back. I'm not allowed to put my feet up on the table anymore.
No, it's not.
No.
You get tickled.
No pokes.
The tickle.
All right. Pokes it is then. You can have pokes. And he's sending out that thing in the post on Monday. Cool.
Oh,
hopefully we'll get that Tuesday and we'll be able to get that turned around fast for you.
Yeah, definitely.
So what have we got next then?
Anonymous, when will your Jet Set Willy Electros be back in stock again? I want a 35mm one.
They're in stock now.
Yeah. They finally arrived.
They arrived yesterday, yeah. So I spent ages unboxing them all, checking that they're all right. They're all the right size, bagging them all up. So they are now back on the shelf. So we've got all sizes, the saddle, XL saddle, helmet and stairway. Yeah. So there you go. So,
and you're super excited about the sandblaster.
Because I get to play with my sandblaster. In fact, I've got an upgrade for my sandblaster. I've got a cyclonic filter to go on the side.
He's just got to find the time to actually fit it.
Yeah, I need to find the time to fit it. But it'd be good when it's fitted. Bigger. And it's red.
And you need to fix the light.
And I need to fix the light, so yeah. Because these two can't even see over the top of it.
Well, hello. You put it on a high thing as it is.
Short ass. High thing's just an excuse. I'll put you on a high thing.
Fall off.
You would fall up as well, yeah. You crash helmet on, Joanne. Right. Is that our last question?
It is our last question. Let's have a look. Stephen, will you be doing a larger helmet, and especially one that will allow me to clamp a sound to the end of it? Larger helmet, sort of. We might be.
I think a large one's a 53. If we get enough demand, we can probably scale up and do a larger one.
Yeah, it all depends
53 is pretty
Yeah,
big.
it all depends on what size you mean by larger.
Yeah.
And the allowing to clamp a sound to the end of it, that would be
That would be
redesign.
a complete redesign, yeah. 'Cause the hole is not in the right place, and it's not big enough for us to be able to put an insulator in there to actually clamp a sound in place. So we'd have to redesign that and come up with a different way of attaching something. Never say never. You know, we have got some things in the pipeline. That is already on the list.
Yeah.
Because we have been asked that before.
It's something we thought of before, isn't it? So
it's quite hard to get that right, though. And it's going to be quite slow because we don't manufacture those in-house. Most of the stuff that we make, we can...
That's it, throw everything off.
Broke it all. We can come up with a design. We can print it. That takes probably about an hour and a half, 2 hours to make. We can then look at it and go, actually, that needs to be a little bit bigger. We need to change that.
Yeah.
We can change it. We can do the next iteration. And we could get 4 designs in a day. But when you're dealing with an external company, you place an order and it's like a minimum of 2 weeks before you get the product in your hand. And then you realise that something's in the wrong place or something needs to be bigger. You redesign it. You get them to make it again. And you're already a month down the line just to make one iteration, basically. So when we do the stainless steel stuff, it is a very slow process, unfortunately.
And costly.
And very costly, yeah. Dave Roberts, I thought it was something internal. It is with me after baked beans and eggs, I must admit.
Or you sort of, beef pies.
Oh, meat potato pies are the best one.
Chili.
Yeah, I'm banned from chili as well. I'm banned from meat potato pies. On health and safety grounds for those working around me.
Lemonade.
Lemonade's a good one, yeah.
A certain brand of lemonade.
Some R whites, other versions of lemonade are available. But that's particularly good. Don't look at me like that.
That's right. I think there's a long list. Subbar knows the full long list of food that you're not
that I'm banned
fish
from.
Cakes.
Yeah, fish. Well, that's sort of like a meat and potato pie in a cake. It's fish, it's potato. Meat and potato, innit? I'm going to get in trouble here.
Yeah.
Right, I'm refreshing the chat. You carry on doing what you're doing. I'm just going to... Oh, no one's come up with chat, which means she's still talking at me. So I'm in trouble. Anyone got any questions from the floor? And by the floor, I mean the other end of the internet where you lot are.
Yeah.
That's a no. That's good. They're all like that now. How can we mess him up?
Even more.
Yeah. What's the wingspan of an African sparrow? Is it just a Dyson? It's pretty similar to a Dyson, but it's big and it's red and it's industrial. And that ticks all the boxes that I like.
Does that mean we have to take Hetty back?
Hetty does need to go back to clean up the glass beads that
it won't be a Dyson
everywhere. No,
but Hetty needs to go back to clean up the mess that you've already made.
Yeah, the sandblasting cabinet we're using at the moment has got glass beads in it. Very, very small glass beads that shift at about 300 miles an hour when they strike the metal. They bounce everywhere. And there's a filter, because you're pumping compressed air in, the air's got to get out. And the filter basically doesn't stop the dust. So if you can picture sandblasting cabinet and then snow everywhere around the sandblasting cabinet. So what we want to do is take the filter off and put a cyclonic filter on, so that will collect the dust.
Yeah.
And not spray it around half of Derbyshire, which is what's happening at the moment.
Dave's throwing you.
Can pigs fly? Well,
you asked for a question.
There are certain TV shows that prove that pigs can fly.
How's the feedback on the 2B stand?
Good.
It's actually really good.
Yeah, good. But I would say that, wouldn't I? Because we want to sell them. Really good, really good. There's been a tweak to the design. Now, the battery compartment at one of the struts at the back has a little holder for a spare battery.
Yeah.
It was identified pretty early on that if the dimensions of that was made a little bit bigger, you could actually leave the door off the back of the 2B, plug the 9-volt socket on the end of a cable into your 9-volt battery, and store your battery externally, which makes changing batteries so much easier.
Yeah, so you don't have to take all it apart.
Yeah, and so you've got your 2B on your stand, and basically you don't even have to take the stand apart to get the battery out. You just go around the back, undo the Velcro strap, take the battery out, fit a new battery, and away you go. Dead simple.
That's for the Pro one.
For the Pro one. The basic one, the sides just push fit on the side. So you've still got full access to the door and all the rest of it. The people that are using them like them. Yeah, we've got one. I use it. I like it simply because with a little rubber feet that are on it, it tends not to slide on a smooth surface. So it's reducing the risk of me knocking a cable and putting it on the floor. And
it's super easy to see.
And you can see the display. Yeah, it's not sat flat. And because you've got two different angles, it depends on your play style. If you're reclining or sitting, you can set up how you want it. So yeah, generally the feedback's been pretty good. But the best bit of feedback we had was about that battery compartment, just to make it a little bit wider.
Yeah. So
it doesn't just become a battery store. It becomes where you can locate the battery when you're actually using it. So that's pretty cool. I like it. We might think about doing them for other control boxes.
Yeah.
If there's a requirement for it.
That's it.
That's the thing. We started off with a 2B simply because that's the box I play with the most. So, and it's damned expensive.
I was just about to say.
Yeah. So it's a case of
it was worth.
We'll look after that one first, and then do proof of concept, see if it works, and we can always.
What it really means is after dropping it a few more times.
I have dropped it 3 times now. And that's always a heart-stopping moment because they're not cheap. And you drop it and you're like, oh, God, what have I done? And then you pick it up and it's still working. It's like, I'll not do that again. Till the next time. And I've said that twice. And I keep dropping it. So that's why I like it. Plus, it gives it a little bit added protection if you do drop it.
Yeah.
So you're actually hitting the actual stand onto a hard surface rather than the control box. Your mileage may vary, but don't drop your control boxes. That's a top tip from me there.
Yeah, definitely don't. Speaking
from experience. Now, we've been very lucky in the fact that I have dropped it 3 times now and got away with it. But there was going to be coming a time when my luck would run out. So I like my 2B stand. Yeah. Which brings me on to things like the 2B stand. It's hard for us to keep them on the shelf. So we're doing pre-orders on them. For the Pro stand, it takes us 3 days to make. It takes us a day to print and then 2 days of vapor smoothing to give it that lovely shiny effect, and then fitting heat set inserts and assembling the kits. The basic stand we can do in a day because it's PLA, there's no smoothing involved. They're both available as pre-order, so you can order it, but you just need to bear in mind that it's not on the shelf. The order will come in, we'll make one, and then we'll ship it. So you're looking at 3 days for the Pro and a day for the other one. That's it. And we're doing that with some of the more complicated things like the ball crushers, the ball stretchers. Even when they're out of stock, you can pre-order it, but bear in mind that we then need to print it, smooth it, and assemble it. So the longest you're going to wait is 3 days for a dispatch. Generally, we'll get it out in 2, but we say 3 days just in case, we've got to redo a part or the vapor smoothing takes a little bit slower.
That's it, because it's got to air properly before we can package it. Yeah, because otherwise it keeps smoothing.
It keeps moving inside the bag, and you'll get a horrible thing. There's some electrodes that we make that are incredibly difficult to make. The ball crushers, the stretchers, they require a lot of manual labour once you've got the parts off the printer. In terms of assembly, post-processing, vapor smoothing. So those are the sort of things that we will put on pre-order. When we got some spare time, we'll make them up and put them in stock. So if it says there's 1 or 2 in stock, you're going to get immediate dispatch.
That's because they are literally
But when it says pre-order, it means there's nothing on the shelf, but we can produce them really rapidly.
Yeah.
Because we keep getting asked for the same sort of things. Yeah. Yeah, it's one of those things.
You just love it when you get the ball crusher.
Yeah, it's like it's almost like there's just 3 of you and not 10,000 Chinese kids working 18-hour shifts. 18-hour shifts? I'd love to work an 18-hour shift. She's got me on 20 at the moment, and that's at the weekends. Oh, seriously, slave driver.
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
it is.
definitely.
It's just the 3 of us,
That's
and
it.
generally, it's not 3 of us all the time.
No.
You know, you'll have 3 of us at the weekend, 3 of us on Wednesday. On a Monday, there'll be 2, and on a Tuesday and a Thursday,
It's just you.
it's just me
Well, for most of the day.
for the most of the day in the farm with the other animals. That's where she keeps me in a farm. So yeah, we're not a massive company. We're not a big corporation. We're not a faceless entity.
Hence we're here.
It's me, her, and a banana in the corner.
And the doggy.
And the dog. The dog quite often makes an appearance as well, little Emma. That's the security pooch. So it's a case of you're looking at the company. And we do the best we can, but we can't keep everything on the shelf all the time. It's impossible. It would be nice if the Glands Electro sizes set had discounted shipping. That way, once I've determined the size, I can place the order and take advantage of £170 free shipping. We don't make any money on the shipping.
No.
The shipping is what it costs us to ship.
And in fact, sometimes it's
It's at a loss.
Yeah.
We deliberately keep our shipping as low as we can because we understand, you know, shipping is expensive. Gone are the days where you'll get a first class envelope to somewhere in the UK for 12p. You know, it's just incredibly expensive, especially international shipping.
Oh, yeah.
So the reason why we've got a threshold like $175 for free shipping abroad is we've got to try and make that money up to offset the cost because we're still paying for that shipping.
Yeah.
Companies that say free shipping, there's no such thing as free shipping. They're going to incorporate that into the price of their products. And we'd rather have the product prices as low as we can get them and charge a realistic rate of shipping to get things out the door. As I said, we don't make money on shipping. More often, we will run at a loss. Once you factor in packaging materials, your labelling and all the rest of it, and the cost of having mail collected, you know, it all adds up over time. Something small and light, like the sizing set, is relatively cheap to ship, yeah, but it still costs us to get it out the door. The benefit of getting it is you're going to get the right size electrode.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the deal that we do with the sizing sets is if you buy a sizing set and go on to buy one of the stainless steel electrodes, we'll give you half of that money back.
That you've paid out for the sizing set.
So that you paid out for the sizing set. So we're basically just covering our costs.
Yeah.
But we've still got to cover our costs. But at the end of the day, we are a business. We've got to put food on the table. We've got to pay insurance and lecky and premises and
we also
taxes.
need to make enough money to keep making things.
Yeah, it's one of those things. I wish we could offer free shipping on everything. But for us to do that, we'd have to put the prices up.
On everything.
On everything. And if you're ordering 10 items, we're going to make big because a little bit has gone onto every product. You're actually going to cost you more money than it will do at the moment.
Paying out the shipping, yeah.
It's hard, and I can appreciate it's hard. You don't have to get the sizing set. Yeah, if you're pretty confident in your measurement, you can go and just get a jet set willy or a helmet. But if you get it wrong, it's an expensive mistake.
Yeah.
Whereas getting the sizing set, yes, you're paying shipping. If you're regularly shopping with us, you know, throw a sizing set in with an order and the cost of shipping is spread across a number of items. And obviously, if you then go on to buy one of the metalworks, you're going to get half of what you paid on the sizing set back. But yeah, we can't give free shipping unless we put the prices up, and we don't want to do that. Our shipping prices are very competitive when you look at other sources of kit out there. And it is something that we constantly revise. We can go for something like every as a shipping thing, but every, as far as I'm concerned, just stands for every package lost because they have got a notorious reputation. They have.
Yeah, but our local one is really good.
Oh, our local delivery driver is great, but our local delivery driver is not going to be delivering to customers.
Unfortunately not.
Unfortunately not.
But yeah, I'm laughing because of Kren's comment.
What she said.
It's hard. That's what she said for now.
Oh, it's Finbar Saunders and his double entendres. Yeah, it's... Sorry, archaic revival. It is what it is. You know, at the end of the day, we have costs, and we have some humongous costs that people don't see. Our insurance is extortionate. Our rent, Lecky in the UK is ridiculous at the moment, and we run a 3D print farm that lives off Lecky and sucks the national grid dry.
That's it. And the shipping cost to us as well isn't free for what we have to pay. It's not even half the price that anybody else would pay. So
we're paying Royal Mail on average £800 to £1,000 a week on postage. And when we sit down and do the numbers, some weeks we break even, some weeks we run at a loss. We should charge more for our shipping, but we don't, because we hate it. We hate shopping online and seeing stupid prices for shipping. And our prices are not stupid. They're very, very fair for what they are. But America is a long way away from the UK. And all the packages that we send go via airmail because we want to get them to people as quickly as we can. Unfortunately, that costs a bit of money.
Yeah.
I'll feel terrible now. Boo for me. But yeah, it is what it is, unfortunately. If we went for things like couriers, to get a small box to America with a courier, you're looking at £35. Minimum. And that is with having an account and doing like 2,000 shipments a year to allow them to give you a special rate.
Yeah.
And people won't pay that.
No.
You know, if I was shopping somewhere abroad and I saw a shipping fee of £35, I wouldn't be entertaining that either.
No, we tried it in the past, didn't we? And it just didn't work.
It was more trouble than it caused. And Royal Mail generally are pretty good, unless you're living in Germany. But that is a
Stampy Pants run.
That's an EU problem because of Brexit.
It's all right. Roy Hat says spikes cheer you up.
Oh, I love spikes. Yeah. No, not. You shouldn't show everyone can wish for cheaper shipping, but you charge you ridiculously fair and reasonable. Thank you.
Thank you. We try.
We try to make them as reasonable as possible. As I said, sometimes we lose money on shipping, but we just take that as a loss. What we're not willing to do is just put ridiculous prices out there so that we can make some money on shipping. Lots of companies do. We won't. We try to play fair. But unfortunately, it costs what it costs. That's the horrible thing.
And I hate mobile.
I hate mobile keyboards. I hate keyboards anyway.
No, but your mouse is awesome.
Why?
Squeak, squeak, squeak.
Yeah, I have see if I can get it to do it. It's not doing it. It's got performance anxiety. The wheel on my mouse actually squeaks like a mouse. These two find it hilarious. I find it highly embarrassing that they're laughing at my little squeaker. Well, I think...
You just said you've got a little squeaker.
Truth's out. Truth hurts me. Never mind. It's like when one woman said, what are you going to fill with that? It's a pram. Why is your organ so small? I didn't know I was playing a cathedral. I think we should have a dad joke session.
I think you just had a dad joke.
Yeah, I need to lie down now. I think that's us. And we're back on for half an hour. We are back on for half an hour. We do that. Thank you, everyone, for turning up. Hopefully, there'll be all three of us next week.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. Or I might have a lie down, chill out, and just heckle from the sidelines. Throw things at you. Like cheesy nibbles and whatsits.
Oh, no, don't.
Yeah, you should apologise for winding me up.
Don't apologise for winding him up. It's great.
No, you should apologise. I have a very, very fragile temperament. Yeah, I'm easily offended.
No, he's not.
No, thick skin's like a walrus. In fact, I've got facial hair like a walrus most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Archaic, and thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Hopefully, we'll see you all next week. Don't forget that discount code. Do it. Get the ducky on the job.
Whoop, whoop.
See? You didn't get the ducky on the job. Told you. Do it again. Do it again. Yay. No, whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop. There you go. So, thank you all. See you next week. Play safe, stay safe, and enjoy yourselves.
Yeah. Have a
Bye.
good week. Bye.